On today's Telemasa, Yuzuru Hanyu answers the host's questions. First question, favorite color? As a child, Yuzuru Hanyu really liked red. But as he got older, he started to like yellow-green, just like Yap, the mascot's hat. Then they showed how Yuzuru Hanyu was already on Telemas in 2012. Yuzuru Hanyu said he remembers showing an Axel then and that he was without a costume. Apparently it was after the World Junior Championships, and there apparently still a medal after the Russian stage. A lot of people wrote that Yuzuru Hanyu is working very hard and they are worried if he is resting. Q. If you had a week off from tomorrow, what would you do? Actually, if at least some of the sakura trees didn't fall off then, I'd want to go see. I'd like to exhale in nature. There was also the question of whether he had watched the cherry blossoms bloom this year. He had traveled a lot recently, been to Osaka, Yokohama, and Iwate, and caught a glimpse. On the road. Asked about his vacation. Yeah, I'm just loafing around the house. Been very busy lately, been 10 shows for 11 days. It's been tough. I haven't lost any weight at all, but it's taken a lot of mental energy, so I've been thinking about, it would be nice to get my head out of the skating at least a little bit. But no way, yeah. Then clarified that he hadn't lost weight because there was such a question. No, he didn't lose weight. Worked hard, eating properly. Then there was the weather forecast and a lot of niceties. It said it was the blooming season and people with allergies should be careful. Yuzuru Hanyu said he was just one of them. Then they said it was great weather outside and asked Yuzuru Hanyu where he went. He didn't go anywhere, but he felt it was much warmer. Next was a stomp to the sports section. Yuzuru Hanyu did the eagle grip pose of the Rakuten Eagles baseball team. After a baseball music pause, footage was shown of Yuzuru Hanyu, a first-year high school student, making his first pitch in a game in 2010. He used a glove he inherited from his father. He wasn't very happy with the pitch, but he had a lot of fun, like a professional baseball player. Question: did you watch WBC? Any memorable moments? I did not watch it, because I was too busy, but I saw it on the news. Notably Otani and Sasaki, both from Miyagi. Top for the sit-down. Said he was nervous. Further talked about his professional merits, the show. Q. Share your feelings 9 months after turning pro. What has changed the most? The fact that he goes to live shows like this, thinking about what to shoot for the next YouTube video. Also more time thinking about figure skating. Plus, he has more opportunities to perform compared to competition time, so he tries to train to improve his endurance. During the competition he was able to go at his own pace, thinking up the controls and PP for the next competition, but now with one show after another he has to constantly train and set up programs. Every day is busy with this and that. We asked if feelings had changed. Started to feel more responsible for my performances. To deliver something, to make you feel something. Has something changed for the audience? Yuzuru Hanyu said that yes, because before he tried to perform for the judges and the programs were put towards the judges. Now he is attentive to how the performance will look from all sides during the show. How does he choose the music for the programs? He has an overall picture of what he wants to show, and because he skates alone, the audience is excited and supportive, and he wants to create a place where he can exhale and focus. Thinks about how it would look better live, what better to add to excite the audience. The next question is about the show Notte Stellata. He had a lot of doubts about whether it was okay to perform in a place like this, to please people in a place like this, to perform with such responsibility. He also got a lot of emotion from everyone. Question about the 4A. Trains him about once every 2 weeks. This jump is very injury prone, and he got injured in Beijing, which was very frustrating. Now that he's turned pro, he can't afford times when he can't skate because the fans would be sad. And he has to try not to get hurt. Trying to find a balance between wanting to expand his capabilities and the danger of injury. Asked if he'll show it on the show? Thinking about doing it live on YouTube. Question about YouTube. Said he has a limited number of programs, so he's thinking about putting new ones on, and what he wants to get across to her, to show her. Constantly doing with uncertainty about, is it okay? YouTube is a new place for him to show his performances, and wants to keep doing it. About filming from the ice rather than from above, initially he thought it would be interesting to watch from that angle. Then he was thinking from where he wanted to see and show his skating. About Seisenku's video, he was looking for the collision video himself, and he understands that for many fans, it's traumatic. He made this video with the thought that, it was, but it's gone, and because it was, he's happy now. Spent about 30 hours making the video. How does he reward himself? He drinks soda. When the shows are close, he reduces his intake of sugary foods. But after the show, he pleases himself with soda and all sorts of junk food. The next question is about the foods he likes. He likes gyoza, of course. But sometimes he wants, and eats, instant noodles, takoyaki soba. What are his hobbies besides figure skating? Learning to dance, how it will look cool, what he aims to be. The question of whether he remembers his dreams. He usually does not remember. But when he was a kid he was taken to Disneyland, and he doesn't remember, he dreams about it sometimes. Also, during the flu and high fever, he always dreams about the same thing, a bow and arrows. It is unclear why. The question of how to keep doing something for a long time. Thoughts about the original feeling of joy. But in the doubts about it, goals help. He said that quite often he wants to quit when there is no goal. And to keep from giving up, he sets himself a new one. And yes, he does often think about quitting figure skating, from the beginning. As a kid, coach gets mad, I cry. Thought about, I don't want to cry anymore, I want to quit, I want to play baseball. But continued on. Always had goals in front of him and everyone's support. The question of where would he like to go back in time, and what would he tell himself then? To a time when he was 1 to 2 years old. It seems to him that he was spending his time then as if he were in a dream. And he would like to tell himself that it's not a dream and he has to try. He really likes to tell himself to try. Thinks that word is his daily driving force.